Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello to you and welcome back to the channel, especially you early viewers. You know who you are, I appreciate your support massively. Well, today you joined me at Topaz Detailing. You're familiar with Topaz, a number of my cars have been through for detailing and paint protection film. But today I'm here to take a sneak peek and first look at a very special car that has recently been ordered by a friend of mine and he is soon to take delivery of. Now it's a one-off, or you could potentially say one of two, given that he's ordered the Coupe and the Spider. But we're not going to be looking at the Performante or the 918 Spider or the shadow here of a 911 GT3, but we're going to be heading inside to check out the McLaren MSO R Spider. Here we go, have a look around at some of the cars that are in here, but I'm going to make a beeline straight over to the car that we have come to see right now, the MSO R Spider, the only MSO R Spider in the world. And I'll talk you around all the modifications and changes and bespoke parts of this car in a moment, but just look at it. It is the ultimate incarnation of the cars that I have been driving over the last few years, the final last hurrah of the P11 platform from McLaren that started, well, not even all that long ago. The first car from the new McLaren automotive, the MP4 12C, then you had the 12C Spider, then some special versions like the 50th anniversary before it became or morphed into the 650S. 650S, you then had specials like the Le Mans edition from MSO and the Can-Am Spider. Then you had the 675 LT that of course I've owned, and the Spider. Then MSO took their bespoke touches again to make the MSO HS, of which there were 25 cars, on which this shares some similarities and familiarities. Then there was the Carbon Series LT Spider, and then the last final cars are these two bespoke commissions, the Coupe and Spider MSO R. Now they're finished in opposing schemes almost, in the sense that this one is glossy liquid silver paint and the Coupe with the roof scoop on it is satin. So satin liquid silver, which is, I'd love to see the two together, but we'll see this one just for the moment. Then as we come around it, you can see, well, the full body's carbon fiber, but visual carbon fiber left for the triple stripe up the bonnet, the section for the door. All of the lower sections glossy on this car, where they were standard in satin on the 675 LT. But like the HS, if we start around the front, it has these additional canards. So the LT has just this part, if you imagine it, without the canard built into it. So that's a new component, giving it a little bit more, I guess, aggression around the front. And then the red painted accent stripe ties in with other areas around the car as well, with the MSO R lettering there on the splitter, a thing I've seen a few times on McLarens, but looks super cool. Coming to the center, you've got the track telemetry camera pack that I had on my LT Coupe, perfect for driving on the racetrack. So you have 3 cameras on the car, one at the front, one at the rear, and one inside to take a look at and go over the recorded data. And then you have this triple stripe with the center section left visible with the perfect V all the way up and across the heritage style McLaren logo, reminiscent of that on the legendary F1, with the 2 side stripes left clear as well. And then coming around, you have the louvres on the arches. That was an option for the LT, and I think it looks brilliant. Really, really nice way to finish off the front sections of the car. Down to the side, the launch style wheels for the 675 LT, but with the MSO R signature in there as well. Silver calipers to match the paintwork, with a carbon center cap and a red McLaren speed mark there in the center, wearing the P0 Trofeo R tires from Pirelli naturally. Coming down the side, carbon mirrors. The stripe continues over the folding roof, of course. That's all the same as on my car, on my LT Spider, where it folds back under the rear buttress. But down at the side, you have this visual area left open again, which looks really, really good. MSO R lettering with the red touches going again around the side, down the end of the side skirt there. When we get to the back, now just like mine, carbon, 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 but this rear wing is rather trick, and this is what distinguishes this car from the MSO HS, because it has this newly developed wing, 2-layer wing, which you'll notice if you look at a P1 GTR is very reminiscent in terms of how it is styled, but it's shrunk slightly so that it fits and works in this car, but still with the active capability, so raising, lowering, folding, air brake. Imagine that massive wing when it's in air brake mode, flipped up into the air to put on the anchors and pull the car down to a standstill. And then you look at it, and the way it is split with the multi-layers of carbon fiber is really, really cool, and something that you don't often see, to be honest, so that's rather nice. And then the red painted end plates with the MSO R lettering again there. Coming around to the back, titanium exhaust, but inside here, we should give some words to this. The MSO R engine, which actually says MSO R Spider down there, I notice. That's quite a nice touch. The 3.8 litre twin-turbocharged V8, but with some mechanical upgrades to give it 688 horsepower in here. So the MSO HS almost got the name 688 HS by mistake, but it's actually MSO HS or MSO R in this case, the last final hurrah. And even the stripe continues back here with the carbon, but it's strange seeing it with all the gloss. But let's come and have a quick glance on the inside at some of the MSO optional modifications in here as well. The very, very red Alcantara seats. Those are really, really cool. MSO R embroidery in the backrest. Carbon, 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 carbon everywhere. MSO R Spider badge in the wheel arch. And the painted gloss black air vents as well in here. Carbon, carbon. The carbon stripe over the top of the steering wheel with the 12 o'clock red marking. This is all very, very bespoke, having the black painted toggles for the active dynamics panel, handling and powertrain toggles, and the start button as well. Those would normally be silver, but the black Alcantara with the red stitch and the red Alcantara of the seats is really, really cool in here. And that's where the camera goes. I hadn't actually looked properly at that before, the rear camera that can see forwards, to see how your steering inputs and things are going. In the Spider sits there on the carbon of the backboard. That's nice to actually see, because I'd not taken it in before. So let's just shut down the door. This is really very cool. Soft close, actually. Pull the door closed. Just look at this car. What an epic machine. It is my dream of a McLaren, the last final version of the cars that I've done, what, 40, 50,000 miles in so far. So my friend who is buying this is a very, very lucky man indeed. And I've driven some of his cars before now. Instagram link down below, muck.collector from Munich in Germany. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll have the opportunity to shoot some more with this, with the coupe as well in due course. But it is mega. It looks so, so nice. Anyway, I'm going to find Nabil from Topaz to come in because he's shooting a video as well about the process with this car, the detailing and paint protection film, which you can find on their channel, on the Topaz channel. So do go and check that out. But he'll give us a quick summary because I've got to ask how you PPF the louvres and the multi-layer stages of that rear wing, because not so easy, right?
I heard that. Do you really want to know?
Yeah, show us.
So, the louvres are one of the most difficult bits to do, just because there's quite a lot of pieces that are involved. But what we actually do is we do it piece by piece. So we design every single piece on this actual panel.
And they have to be done in the right order as well, because they're not exactly the same.
No, exactly. And you have to do them separately to the other side as well. So, because if there's a slight variation. The bit that I think is going to be difficult on this car to do is that rear spoiler.
Yeah.
That's the bit that's going to be hard.
I mean, I can't imagine it was even easy for this to actually be made in carbon fiber, because carbon doesn't go in on itself.
I'm sure. And I actually had a quick look, and you can see where the carbon has been morphed together, and that actually sort of led me to think it'd be a good idea to have film going down to this section. We want to get the coverage all the way through as well.
Yeah. Especially because it's quite vulnerable. Stones can actually fly up through the turbulent air over the top of a car and come through the wing.
Which most people don't think that can happen, but it actually can, because it just comes through. Wherever, in a wind tunnel, you can see the air going across.
That's where it's vulnerable, because little stones get caught in the air and come around the car and hit it in places you don't think about.
Yeah, and then you get out your car, if you were driving, and you look at it, you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
But that's exactly
been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the stone chip, I should say.
Exactly. But I think we're actually going to see it here on the actual character line, where there's where the morph of the two carbon pieces.
Yeah, so it'll fit perfectly.
So it'll fit perfectly, and also we're going to have this all going down and covering this. It's going to be really cool. But again, I'll go into more detail.
I mean, there are other things as well. So you've obviously done lots of LTs. You've done both of my LTs, but there are also panels that are different on here. For example, this the rear quarter panel is
Yep.
the same as the HS.
Exactly.
But not the LT. But you've done some HSs as well.
We have. We've done more than half of the actual amount created. So we've
So
done
out of the 25 cars, you've done more than half of them.
Yeah, exactly. So we've worked. We're lucky enough to work on that, and obviously on.
So I've
on the P1
only
GTRs.
seen, I think, 3 or 4 HSs.
we've
You've seen more than half of them.
More than half. Well, more than half. Yeah.
Awesome. So what else is being done? I mean, it will be detailed first, right?
The details first, as usual. We'll do a new car detail. So that's going to make sure that there's no impurities, no contamination on the paint. It looks really good anyway, but we're going to go over it anyway to make sure there's nothing there that's going to affect how the paint protection film is going to look, essentially. But really looking forward to having this to go through our watchful eye and do all the work to it. It just looks amazing.
Yeah, I particularly like when you open the door and you look at that red Alcantara. That for me is just...
Isn't it? It's just, and it's the fact that it matches with the R there.
Yeah, on the side,
You know,
on the side of
it's
the
just
tub.
it's tastefully done. Really, really nicely done.
Magical. Well, I look forward to seeing it, I guess, next time when it's completed, and in the meantime, seeing the video that you create of the process. So guys, if you want to see more of how that works, go check out the Topaz YouTube channel. Nabeel will take you through it. I think a lot of you were very interested in the video we did of my GTR when you talked through. Really positive feedback from you guys, so head on over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome.
What, next car, where is it going to be?
My next car,
Yeah.
Porsche GT3. Not too long.
Yes, not too long.
And it'll probably be here. Watch this space. Anyway, for now, go over to Nabeel's channel. But for now, I think that brings an end to the first ever look at the new MSO R Spider. What a car, awesome to see it. A big thanks to the owner for allowing me to come down and show you guys this car, a preview of it before it's completed. Do go check out down below the link over to Topaz if you'd like to see the PPFing of this car, and over to the owner's page on Instagram as well. But that's it for now. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, guys. Make sure you stay tuned and check out the next video. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.